انا اقول ما في شيء شيء شلون رحت؟ يقول قالوا لي بينكم انتم بنجيبوا حراميه. فيعني هذا كونكريت. اكو ناس كذي يعني طبيعته كونكريت عشان يصدق شغله ياس تسير. وين النشط اكتف يعني معروفه زين. متجه للحاضر عكس متجه للمستقبل. متجه للحاضر دائما يحب يفكر بقضايا اليوم. متجه للمستقبل ذو بعد تخطيطي مستقبلي اكثر. انتم قاعد تحبون معي عشان متامل وواقعي براغماتيك. متامل هذا المتامل يقعد يسمع الكلام وشكله سرحان بس هو مو سرحان ولكن
زي التحليل
يعني. ويروح يربط الخبرات السابقه ولما يرفع ايده يسال سؤال احيانا سؤال عميق وساعات يكون خارج شكله خارج الموضوع. كان عندنا طالب الله يذكره بالخير من هذا النوع المتامل. شنو هذا؟ المتامل هذا ساعات متعب يعني يقعد في الفصل اذا خلص بدرس الرياضيات يرفع ايده استاذ نعم في حل ثاني حق المساله استاذ. يا ابني ما في حل. والله استاذ في حل ثاني ويطلع حل ثاني. ومره في درس جيولوجيا المدرس قاعد يشرح لنا انا ايش فينا من المدرسين يشرح لنا الفرق بين الكواكب والنجوم شيء من هالقبيل. وهذا قاعد يطالع متامل بعدين يرفع ايده استاذ نعم الحين هذا الفرق بين الكواكب والنجوم هذا معناه قول الله عز وجل فلا اقسم بمواقع النجوم وانه لقسم لو تعلمون عظيم. المدرس قال له يا ابني انا ايش دراني؟ هذا درس جيولوجيا مو درس دين. لا تسال خارج الموضوع. هو مش خارج الموضوع. احنا قبلها الاسبوع اللي فات اظن ماخذين في حصه التربيه الاسلاميه هذه الايه فلا اقسم بمواقع النجوم وهو الوحيد في درس الجيولوجيا ربط مع درس التربيه الاسلاميه. المتامل يربط وعميق ويفكر في الامور يقولبها يرى ما بين السطور شيء من هذا القبيل. اما البراغماتيك وين الواقعي هذا البراغماتيك هذا شخص يعني لا تفهم كلمه نفع ونفعي بس مو نفعي بمعنى السلب يعني اذا شيء ما في مصلحه واضحه ما يعني احنا بنحضر ورشه اسمها التدريب الرباعي. شو المسوي؟ يا ابونا هذا ابو زبالي قاعد يقرا علينا 5 ساعات. اذا ما في شيء واضح يعني يطلع له ما يروح ما يحضر ما يساعد ما يقرر. فهذا الشخص النفعي. زين شنو تحت بعد؟ شو قالنا؟
الخبره والملاحظه.
اي هذا اشرحها انا في مكان في يعني في مثال واحد. الخبره الملاحظه التصور التجريب صح؟ الخبره مثال واحد يشرح الجميع. واحد بيشتري سياره 4 ويل درايف او غيرها. الخبره راح يشتريها بناء على خبرته السابقه عن هذا النوع من السيارات. قراراته كلها مبنيه على انه خبر هالسياره جربها او في ناس يثق فيهم خبروها والصوت فيشتري بناء على الخبره. انا عندي صديق عجيب كل 2 3 يغير سيارته وكل مره يشتري جيب لاند كروزر وابيض لازم ابيض. ليش؟ قال بس احمد هذه السياره ولا بلاش. فبالنسبه له خبرته. اما الملاحظه لا لازم يروح ويلاحظ ويشوف الكتالوج ويلاحظ السياره ويشوف اللون الجديد والمواصفات الجديده وبعدين يقرر. اما التصور الصوره اللي عنده عن هذا النوع من السيارات تكفي بدون ما يروح يعني هو بيشتري سياره لكزس او مرسيدس ما في داعي يقعد يروح ويلاحظ لانه هو يعني قال له مره البياع انت ليش تسال وايد؟ يو ار باينج مرسيدس ايش ترى انت مغمض؟ يعني الصوره اللي عندك عارفه زين. التجريب لا التجريب لازم يقول يا ريت يخلوني اركب السياره واخذ التست درايف شويه وبالتالي ايش؟ والان الشركات تسمح بهالشيء صح؟ تست درايف ليش؟ لانهم درسوا سلوك العميل فوجدوا شغله ان بعض العملاء باقي بينه وبين قرار الشراء هو هذا. لو خلوه يجرب حيشتري. تفضل.
عفوا دكتور ما في تضارب بين التجربه والخبره؟
اي كلهم لان الطريقه انه يسالك نفس السؤال اكثر من مره علشان ما تخدع التمرين لاحظ. فانت حتشوف ان بعض الكلمات ذات معاني متقاربه بالفاظ مختلفه. هذا مقصود علشان فرضنا الاجابه اذا كنت مصداقيتك مع نفسك لازم تطلع نفس الاجابه للمختلف الالفاظ. اخر واحده حساس متحفظ عقلاني مسؤول. حساس معروفه يعني انتنس او شخص يعني الحساس هو يعني يفهم الشخص اللي يعني يفسر الامور يحملها اكثر ما تحتمل. المتحفظ مو سريع القرار، راكد شوي، عقلاني يحكم المنطق، مسؤول اللي يتحمل نتيجه قراراته. انا طولت في الشرح لان هذا وايد مهم التمرين، لان راح نبني عليه كل ما هو قادم. حبيتوا؟ خلصتوا؟ ما في تكرار للرقم؟ زين. الخطوه الثانيه في التمرين حتلاقون تحت هني الان ما حنشتغل عمودي، ما حنشتغل افقي، حنشتغل عمودي. شوفوا معي، هتلاقون هني كلمة صغيرة اسمها الخبرة الملموسة. على اللي الشمال تحت شايفينها؟ الخبرة الملموسة. وفوقها مربعات صغيرة فاضية. كل مربع صغير فوق رقم صغير. أول مربع فاضي فوق رقم كم؟ 2. شو معناته 2؟ أروح للخط الأفقي رقم 2. اللي أول كلمة فيه شنو؟ تقبلي. الخط الأفقي رقم 2 تقبلي. شنو درجة تقبلي؟ آخذ درجة تقبلي وأفرغها بالمربع الصغير اللي هو تحت رقم 2. يعني آخذ درجة تقبلي وأحطها هنا. وأروح المربع الصغير اللي جنبه. فوق رقم صغير كم؟ 3 يعني شنو؟ أروح الخط الأفقي رقم 3.
شعوري.
اللي هو أول كلمة فيه شعوري وأنزل درجتها هنا.
هل ناخذ اعلى درجه في التقبلي؟
اي اول الحين العمود مع الخبره من الموسى تروح اول خط اول كلمه تقبلي، تاخذ تقبلي تنزلها تحت الدرجه بس تقبلي، لان بعدين راح تروح الخط الثاني. هذه الكلمه مو واضحه، المشاهده التامليه.
هنا رقم 3 هنا
ايوه بالضبط. بعدين راح تنزلين تقبلي بالضبط، وهني راح تنزلين شعور، وهني راح تنزلين تسليم. اذا في رقم مو موجود 6 مو موجود سيبه، اللي مو موجود عديه تلقاه مكان ثاني. زين
خلاص
نروح العمود الثاني. العمود الثاني اسمه المشاهده التامليه.
لا خلاص انت في ناظرين
بس الكلمه سامحونا شوي مو مصور عدل. المشاهده التامليه برضه فيها ارقام صح؟ اول مربع فوق الرقم كم؟
1.
اروح لاول كلمه في الخط الافقي الاول، مو اول كلمه، الثانيه اللي هي تحت العمود نفسه. اللي هي شنو؟ تجريبي. تجريبي. فاخذ درجه تجريبي واحطها هنا في تحت رقم 1. اذا كل عمود سأفرغ درجاته تحته. هاي النقطه المهمه. خوان ليش؟
لبيت ايه حلوه.
زين بعدين نروح للعمود الثاني تصور مجرد، بعدين العمود الثالث اللي هو التدريب الرابع. اوكي؟ فاحنا كل عمود حنفرغ درجات تحت. اي بعضها مش موجود. اي مقصود اللي موجودين تلاقيه. اي بالضبط. لازم ما يمشي مع يعني اي درجه، يعني عشان مصداقيه التمرين اي درجه اعطيتها، اذا انت اعطيت هذا المتمرين المعقد اللي هو مركب بالطريقه كمان تسيبه، بحيث لو انت حطيت 4 4 4 4 4 مش حيطلع معك، لان في واحده الاربعه نتيجتها مش موجوده. يعني هذا تكنيك في التمرين. تعال بالضبط.
بعدين نجمعها يا استاذ.
ايوه صحيح. بالضبط. كل عمود اسئلته تحته، بالتالي اذا في رقم بسك في العمود دونت وري لان حتلاقيه في المكان الثاني. زين. ومقصود ان في بعض الاسئله في نفس العمود سكيب ما تطلع مقصوده. طيب عبيتوا؟ زين. اذا طلع لكم مجموعه ارقام عند الخبره الملموسه، ثم المشاهده التامليه، ثم التصور المجرد، ثم تجريب النشر، صح؟ اجمعوا الارقام الان، اجمعوا الخبره الملموسه لوحدها. انا ودي ادخل بس الكاميرا اذيتك انا مشكلتي مؤدي الكاميرا لانها اتحرك وايد. اجمعوا الخبره، اجمعتم الارقام؟
دكتور
هيطلع عندك رقم تحت المجموعه دي، مجموعه دي، مجموعه دي، مجموعه. معناته هيطلع عندك 4 مجموعات. ايوه. اذا جمعتوا رقم تحت الخبره الملموسه، رقم تحت التصور المجرد، ورقم تحت تجريب النشط، ورقم تحت ايش؟ المشاهده التأملية. بس تاكدوا بجنبكم ها. انت ذكرت قوانين الوزاره؟ لا هم 8 هم 1 2 3 4 5 6 مربع بس. لا انا ما قلت اجيبه، قلت اللي هو موجود سكيب. الحين هذا 3 مني ما راح تجيب لنا يمين. اوكي؟ ها درست الشيء استم؟ ايه بالضبط. ايوه 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 حلو صح صح بالضبط. بلاش تعبيني مهم انك تجمع العلم. جمعتوا؟ صعب عنكم.
Other people just love to be on a cruise ship. It's so free, it's so relaxing. Here, I'm so crafty. Here we have water. Water is a luxury. Water is a commodity. We reverse those phrase. Water is a commodity. Water is a luxury. That's correct. How about here? We got our pharmaceuticals. Here we've got pills as useful. Now we've got natural herbs as useless. We've got our pills as useful or useless. And we've got our herbs, traditional medicines as useful.
That's the question. What is the concept that you see both as useful or both as useless? I might see both those useful and they're useful.
That's fine. Notice that. Great question. He said, I would actually see both. You look at both frames. Absolutely fine.
My viewpoint that the assumption, there is logic behind the photo, but as a critical thinking, maybe it's the other way.
Could be the other way, right? Notice that. Excellent. Excellent. It's actually noticing that. Okay. These again. So I'm going to ask you, just for groups of 3, you can turn to your neighbors in groups of 3. Noticing which pairs did you choose? What did you notice about your own friends? Okay. What are the origins of some of your friends? In other words, why might you think that? He said, well, actually, on that pharmaceutical one, I could see both pairs of friends, right? But maybe on the one with the high heels? Not me, okay? Have a conversation, just a couple minutes, some thoughts that you may have had as you were going through this. Are you able to hear? Are you able to hear over here? Okay. Are we able to hear? Are we able to hear over here?
Can you stand up? Hi everybody. Not that big part. Use the skills for the training. Just to say hi everybody and everybody watch. So, me and my colleague, we are discussing now the picture and the word what I for my opinion, that's considered as play, work, play. That's my sport for the computer.
Aha! Where does that come from?
From my situation, because I have to work and the computer is not just only for the in my age, in my position, just to use the computer for work.
Okay. So wonderful explaining that. He's saying, from my situation, it's nicely said, from my situation, at my age, that's what he said, I see the computer as work, right? Our brains with us, right? Based on our experience. Who else had an observation or a snippet from your conversation?
Except all the opposites, except that the baby will so the work with the baby, you know.
Okay.
But I accept all the opposites, it depends on my situation.
Okay, except this one.
Except this one.
Everyone, what was yours?
The baby with this face would walk cannot accept it.
This one was, you're attracted to this one and this
No,
one?
I accept all. I accept all the pictures.
Okay, all
The opposites. Yeah. Depends on my situation, I can choose.
Okay.
But except this one.
except the baby as work.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Speaking from her own experience. Speaking from her own experience. We don't see the baby as work. And this is coming from her experience. Did anybody have a different experience with this one? Yes.
Well, what I thought of, why don't we have other options? Why only these two? Where do they come from?
Why not any other options? Exactly the discovery point, right? This is what we call paired framing. Okay, this is what we call paired framing. This is a great place to pay attention in terms of strategic thinking. We have a frame. A frame is what we pay attention to. What we frame is what we pay attention to. For thinking, for strategic thinking at work, this is non-work, which is where you always want to start. For work, these could be any images. And what did you notice about these images? What did you notice about these images? Any of them. They're opposites.
Yes.
They're opposites. This is a skill that you want to use for strategic thinking. This is a start point. Why not other options? That's called an extender, a frame extender. These are paired opposites. This is a start point. You want to take and say, are we able to find opposites? Can we take a situation and flip it over? Okay. Many times people cannot do this. Now we started this activity on something non-work, right? Because it's playful. Playful is a great place to put your mind if you're going to start asking people to imagine other possibilities. Playful is a good place you want to have your head. If you start at the opposite place, if I were to have started with work examples, if I had given you a case study, okay, if I had given you a case study, which I almost never use, if I had given you a case study, what people would have done is people would have frozen frames, people would have walked in, and people are not able to imagine other possibilities easily. This is something harmless. People look at these and they say, oh, I know immediately, oh, that's me, or oh, that's me, or whatever. You're in a playful mindset because nobody's married to this work, right? This is safe. This is very safe. And what we want to do is begin to say, if this were a work situation, can you flip it over? Pair or polarity.
Two questions. Should we pay attention to the word or to the picture?
The words of the pictures. Let's go with this. Great question. There are two things going on here. This looks simple on the surface, right? But this is actually a complex exercise. There are many, many people. I am telling you, there are many people who are not doing this. Your brain is having to pay attention to two things at once. A is the word. Second is the image. That requires complex cognition. We're doing a quadruple whammy on our brain.
Shall I give you my other question? Is it gender sensitive?
Is it?
Gender sensitive.
يعني عاود
Thought through what you liked and what was good. Now let's build a plan. Good. Great job. Good. And something. Okay, Sanja? Pass?
Pass.
Okay, we'll let you pass. That's all right.
Yeah, well, again, I know I said it earlier, but again, because of our friend, actually I didn't know his name. Walid.
We should get you
Yeah,
colleague, so we all know who you are, right?
سلاح gun or something.
Training. Yeah.
No.
أنا قسم نجار.
Okay.
Malik, I'm falling down on the job, buddy. I'm sorry. All right? It's not your fault.
Yeah. Actually, I work in the training center department in the Kuwait Fund. Our department, like I said earlier, divided in two divisions. One of them for the fresh engineers program, and we have a full program, about 1 year, divided in 3 phases. The first phase is 3 months training in-house. It's all about managerial courses. And the second phase is outside as a work field. It depends on the field itself. For example, let's say mechanical engineer or chemical engineer. So they send them, for example, for the United States or London. And the last phase, it should be here in Kuwait, one of the petroleum companies. Or so. The first question is, what do you need to expand the number of trainees? This issue is always discussed all the time. Most of the time we accept the largest amount of employees, or I mean the engineers, they accept 25, and that's all. Yeah. So we should find out something attractive for these engineers, because you know our salaries and our income is very high, and there is something I don't remember exactly, an expression in the United States, put yourself in his shoes or something.
Yeah, right.
So I agree with my friend Vincent that he said you have to put yourself as an engineer and try to think what you want. So I think in the meeting, first of all, we should say how much is your budget, what is the lowest GPA you accept. For example, you should be flexible a little bit. So in this way you can accept more trainings.
Right.
And there is, let's say, simple question is what is the best issue that attractive engineers?
Okay, okay. So how do we make that a really good starting question? What would be a good building phrase?
Like I said, I agree with my friend.
Okay, so the same
that,
kind of,
the same, yeah.
so the same kind of
imagine-
question. So
yeah,
imagine
that
if you
are
were an
different,
engineer
yeah.
and you were looking
I think
to
it's the
come.
simple way, you know.
What about
Information flow. If you want to be more responsive, reduce status distinctions. The last one. Sharing of information across the organization. The idea here is you open up the books. You give as much information about the operational financial performance of your employee to all your employees. And by doing so, they are able to use their human and social capital to act upon this. Now, why would you not want to share sensitive financial and operational data to all your employees? Why would you be hesitant to do this?
in some cases there's actually a regulatory restriction. Yeah.
Right, so there's some issues about manipulating the stock price.
Yeah.
Self-importance in work. There's definitely some ego involved here. If I'm the only one that knows, it makes me more valuable. You framed it in a positive. There's another way of framing this. So I made the strategy. It didn't work. And I have the data right in front of me that shows it didn't work. How often do we want to give other people data to illustrate that we were wrong? Never. Embarrassment. Ego. But if you made the strategy and it was wrong, does that change the fact that you were wrong? No, probably one of the reasons why you were wrong is you didn't have enough information to make the strategy. Right? And if you shared that information with individuals up front, you probably would have got more information.
Well, had he shared it from up front, you would not have got into that step sooner.
Yeah. Exactly. You wouldn't have the status consciousness.
You had an open mind of sharing and caring.
Exactly. What are some other reasons why you might not want to do it?
I mean, there's commercial sensitivity in terms of margins, for example.
Yes.
Transfer pricing.
So you wouldn't want everybody to know this because it
Well,
might get out?
Well, externally to the competition.
Right. So they might tell somebody.
Yeah.
Copyright.
You don't trust them.
No, it's not a case of trust. In some environments, I agree, in a lot of cases it is trust. In some environments, if that gets out, you can be, in some industries, you can be accused of starting up a cartel, for example.
Yes, you could. There could be some collusion aspects.
But that's the only reason.
Yeah, in most cases, it's because you don't trust them.
Yeah.
You know?
There must be a degree of information filtration. Certain people require certain information, and when you have to filter, who needs what kind of information to move the business?
That's interesting.
Simple example.
What do you guys think about that?
Well, I'd tell you the other way around. The only thing we wouldn't publish was margin. Everything else we said anybody can access. It's up to you whether you want to. I mean, some people were really encouraged to access it because it was very important for their job. But generally, we left it open on the web and said, on the intranet, and said, look, if you want to access it, you can have it. And it was a matter of choice then. But what we were saying was, we're trusting you to use this and access what you need, rather than just put any filters into it. The only one filter we had was. Particularly in the particular industry we were in, which was the chemical industry, was margin. That was the only thing that was
But what
allowed.
if you put all information, for example, in terms of your competitive in your pricing? What if the information gets leaked up to the competitor?
So how would it leak out?
The people.
So you don't trust them.
Well, there must be. Do you trust everybody? You need to trust everybody in the organization.
Let me ask you this. You don't trust them, but they interact with your clients.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't you agree that there should be certain level of discreetness?
Yeah, in banking,
in this life that we only share useful information.
right. In banking institution, you cannot release information of your customer to another customer.
Yes. That is definitely true. To deal with the fact that I don't trust people that I hire.
What's amazing for the time of year job because of that.
Yeah.
They're spending time restricting people instead of saying, hey,
Because the person is incompetent or incapable of doing the things that I need them to do, but I keep them. And then I hire another person to deal with this inmate that doesn't, like, I don't get that. Like, I mean, the reason why that's happening is you have a person that you don't feel is creating value for your organization. So you're going to come up with something else that's increasing your expenses to deal with the fact that you got a person that's not adding value to your organization. I mean, if you know you have people that you cannot trust with commercially sensitive information, why?
We choose a member of teamwork. I choose the best, or which will be help me, or like to work with me.
My question: how can she plan this file? الآن هي ما عندها